Welcome to Justicore Consulting. The law is a powerful tool. It sets rules for how we live together. It also assigns blame when rules are broken. But the law is not blind. It recognizes that not everyone who breaks a rule is fully responsible. Sometimes a person's mind is so affected by serious illness that they lose touch with reality. The insanity defense is a special rule for these rare, difficult situations. It places a limit on criminal blame. It asks a profound question. Can we justly punish someone who, due to a severe mental defect, did not understand what they were doing? Or that it was wrong? This defense is not a loophole. It's a fundamental part of a justice system that values fairness. The concept is often misunderstood. People see it on TV and movies. They think it's a common strategy to escape justice. The reality is different. The central rule of the insanity defense is straightforward. A defendant may be found not guilty by reason of insanity if they were suffering from a serious mental disorder when the crime occurred. This disorder must have been so severe that it prevented them from understanding the nature of their action, or prevented them from knowing that their action was morally wrong, legally wrong. This is often called the right from wrong test. It is not enough for a person to simply have a mental illness. The illness must directly cause a specific kind of cognitive breakdown. The rule focuses on a person's awareness and comprehension at the very moment of the offense. This rule is not the same everywhere. Different jurisdictions have slightly different versions. Some use the irresistible impulse test, asking if illness made a person unable to control their actions, even if they knew it was wrong. Imagine someone who knows stealing is wrong, but is compelled by an overwhelming delusion. Most places focus on knowledge and understanding. Could they appreciate the wrongfulness of their conduct? The rule is very narrow. Why do we have this rule at all? The primary reason is fairness. Our system is built on moral blame. We punish because someone chose to do wrong. This is mens rea, a guilty mind. If illness is so severe they cannot form this intention, it is not fair to punish them the same way. Punishing someone who doesn't understand wrongfulness is like punishing a young child or someone in a coma. It serves no just purpose. Another reason is public safety. People who offend because of severe illness need treatment. Prison without care fails. Release comes with the same untreated condition. Treatment reduces risk of future harm and respects dignity. If courts punished those clearly not responsible, faith in justice would erode. The insanity defense is a safety valve that keeps guilt meaningful, distinguishing badness from madness. Justice must be tempered with reason and an understanding of human frailty. Without this rule, our system would be less just. When an insanity defense is raised, the court follows a careful and structured process. This is not a quick or simple decision. The first step involves mental health professionals. The court appoints experts, psychiatrists or psychologists, to evaluate the defendant. They conduct extensive interviews and look for evidence of serious mental illness. They review life history, medical records, school records, and speak with family and friends. They build a picture of mental state before, during, and after the crime. Experts submit a detailed report. It is evidence, alongside testimony and police reports. Reports explain diagnosis and how it affected knowing right from wrong or control. A verdict of not guilty by reason of insanity is widely misunderstood. It does not mean the person walks free. It is not a get-out-of-jail-free card. They are committed to a secure psychiatric hospital, high security, locked, and highly controlled. Commitment is usually indefinite and based on safety, not a fixed end date. Doctors regularly report progress to the court. Release, when it comes, is conditional. Treatment, medication, sobriety, and supervision. Failure to comply can mean immediate return to secure care. Inside, care includes therapy, medication management, and skills programs, aimed at healing and preventing future harm. The insanity defense is complex and emotional. It forces us to confront blame, free will, and the nature of justice. Demystified, it is a rational part of our system, built on a clear rule, a compelling reason, and a careful result. The rule sets a high bar. only when severe illness prevents knowing an act is wrong. It protects integrity and public safety by diverting to treatment, not simple punishment. The outcome is confinement with care, strict supervision, and release only when safe. By following rule, reason, and result, the law seeks fairness for the individual and safety for society.